Hello and welcome back to episode 20 of Surrey Build Weekly, and we are here back at the Mount. There's been lots of progress since you was last here. The screeding and the roof tiling was happening, and now we're back here. Let's see what's been happening. We're now in the extension at the Mount, and as you can see, the plastering is in full swing. So the guys are just applying the plastering coat to all the plasterboard and the dot and dab in the extension area. We now have all the side glazing and the sliding doors fully installed, which is a huge milestone on this project. It now means that we are able to basically install the kitchen in the coming week. We've also tiled the kitchen floor with a 1 metre by 1 metre tiles in preparation to receive the kitchen, which is being delivered on Wednesday. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks we should have a fully installed kitchen into this beautiful, open, really light and airy space. Another piece of work at the Mount project I'd just like to touch on is the outside space that's currently undergoing our landscaping plan that we have received from the client. So what we try to do with the outside spaces is make sure that they are connected with the new extensions, so that ultimately they're an extension of your home. So the guys are busy laying some hard landscaping, which is some slabs and some briquettes. We are busy installing fence panels and fence posts, and we also have some feature bed walls that will be rendered in line with the client's plans. So we're just up on the scaffold at the Mount project, and just looking back now at the finished tiled roof. Now, this particular project, the neighbours actually had quite an opinion when it came to what type of slate that we were going to put on this roof. Being that the properties are quite in close proximity, and the fact that some of the natural light is obscured by the new structure, the client felt that it was necessary to speak to the neighbours and consult them on the tile options. So we provided different samples and costs and basically helped the client navigate that process with the neighbours. We were then able to establish that the grade A slate was the preference, and hence this is now being installed on the breathable felt and roofing battens underneath. We also consulted with the client regarding the existing chimney. Now, it was of my opinion that the brick match wasn't that great, and what we actually needed to do is lower the whole chimney and redo it in a brick that matched the property. So that's what we done, hence the new chimney being installed, which has new chimney pots and has been flaunched. So again, it's going to make sure that this stands the test of time. We also have installed a new rubber flat roof associated with black trims to fit in nicely with the slates, and it's always of my preference as well that the black soffits are installed on a slate roof as well, just so that it's all in keeping with the same colour. So another benefit to clients using us for their home extension or renovation project is that we undertake other works whilst on site. So at the Mount project, we currently have an extension and a loft conversion ongoing, but the client has also decided to do a first floor bathroom refit, which we are managing within that scope of works to enable them to bring a new bathroom into their project too. So that wraps up this week's Mount project tour. I'm happy to say that we are in a better place than anticipated at this point in the project. We'll hopefully be complete within a couple of weeks. We've got the kitchen being installed next week. We're hopefully finishing off the rear garden aspect, and I'd like to now take you to the project in Godalming, where the guys have been busy building the new extension. Welcome to our Godalming project. This project started this week. We've had the diggers in, clearing for the foundations, we've had the concrete pour, and now we've had a team of bricklayers in to lay the blockwork needed for this extension. They're actually a previous team that we've used in the past, have now come back on board, given that we've got an expanse of work in Surrey and we're able to provide more work to them. So very excited to have them back on board with us. We've got the diggers on site today to do the drainage, so we've got to install a soakaway in the garden as per building regulations and the building controls advisory. But next week we have stills being installed and more blockwork going onto this extension to try and enclose it. So hopefully by the end of the 2 weeks we should near enough have the structure done, ready to start the roof structure.
The rainwater from the gutters comes down the pipes, they come through these pipes here when they get buried. They go into these crates, which will be under the ground, and then you surround it with teram so the soil doesn't go. To connect the pipes, all the water goes into the crates and then it disperses through the ground. Should be done today.
So with any extension product, we have a byproduct of soil or clay. In this instance, it's actually a sandy material. So we're going to organise a grab to come and collect this material and recycle it. So that will be coming shortly today, and hopefully that's the last grab on this project. We are now going to head over to Douglas Road, where the loft conversion is in full swing and the team are ready to start the roof tiling. We have also had our staircase designer Jake over there to make sure that the staircase fits within the plans.
Thank you very much, Lee. So last time we were here, the roof had been stripped. There's been a lot of progress since then. The guys have cracked on, built the structure of the rear dormer. We have the openings ready to receive those new windows which are on site and waiting to be installed. We have had our staircase designer Jake over. He has carried out the staircase survey and created some drawings for a proposed staircase. We then send them on to our client will approve them, and then we put those on order. So we anticipate those taking around a week to be produced and on site ready to be installed. Jake's also been quite busy this week. He has also carried out the staircase design at the 2 properties in Glanville. Before we can install the staircase here, the client has got some alterations happening on the ground floor. Obviously this is a bungalow, so the loft is going to be the first floor. The ground floor, as you walk in previously, you walked into a hallway. You will now be walking into a hallway that has a staircase to the left. So the bedroom walls have to come down to allow us to install that staircase, and then we will reconstruct the bedroom walls and move the doors. Then on the right hand side there is a wall that divides the hallway from the lounge. So we're actually taking that down totally. So when you walk into the property, you will now have a staircase to the left and a nice open plan space to the right, which will be a combined living and kitchen dining area. This now brings us to the end of this episode, so I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please like it and subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you next week.